Swan. Welcome to Going Places Grand Design Business Coaching Program. My name is Lily and I am the founder of Going Places. That's me on your left. It's myself with my granddaughter Puko. Congratulations on being chosen to be a part of the Going Places Grand Design Business Coaching Program. I am excited for you. Welcome to a brand new day, one with you in the center of it. Joining the Going Places Grand Design Business Coaching Program means you are looking to increase your online options and change your income bracket. You might even be wanting to retire early. If so, great! The bigger the dream, the better! Today we review the Going Places Grand Design Business Coaching Program. Now, just a bit of housekeeping. We have some do's and don'ts. Unfortunately, I only speak English with a smattering of my local Indigenous language, so please use English, and if you do diverge into another language, please provide a translation. Please also no swearing in our Facebook PM chat or our Facebook group page, and that includes acronyms. One acronym I see people write often is LMFAO. Please avoid conversations like that. Thank you. There is a support section at the bottom of our Facebook Going Places Grand Design group page for any questions. Scroll down and ask your questions there. Now look, we're looking to grow leaders. So do your homework. Take the time to see if your question has already been asked, because if it has been, it will already have been answered. View the answer and see if that completes your knowledge bank. If not, you might need to ask a question from that question. But do take the time to see that your question has been answered or not already, please. Now, if you're having any difficulty and you just want a bit of a private chat or something, please feel free to email me, lilyswanmarketing@goingplaces.life. In the subject line, write Going Places Grand Design and I'll know it's from you, and that of course takes priority. The training materials, the Going Places Grand Design Coaching Program takes 5 weeks to work through at one module per week. However, some modules will take longer than others to complete, depending on your previous knowledge of that subject. Some modules, particularly the earlier ones, I think you'll find that you really enjoy them, and you possibly find you're really keen to get into them, and so you might whiz through them because they're basically about yourself. So these and what you think. You don't sort of have to go outside of yourself in module 1. So you might find you whiz through that. But you might find later on in the modules that, depending on your experience, you need to take a bit more time on the subject. And I want you to take that time. This is not a race. There's no competition here. We're not competing against each other. The goal is to get you from where you are to, within 6 months or less, a place where you are completely comfortable in your business shoes, where you know what you're doing, why you're doing it, when you're doing it, and where you're doing it, and how you're doing it, and you're comfortable in that. And that takes a bit of time to settle into those shoes. So please, I'm also aware that we all have different timetables and routines to keep, so please work at your own pace. You do have access to all the materials for 6 months, and that's plenty of time to master the systems if followed as laid out. Now, a little bit about me. I come from a family of teachers. Most of my family have gone into the teaching profession, and I taught at university for a number of years. So I'm quite used to teaching adults who have come in looking for a second chance to learn. So you'll find because teaching adults is different to teaching children, you'll find I'm very methodical, very efficient. I have a starting point and I have an ending point, and I will run through every single step along the way to get us from A to Z. So you won't find you'll flip from here to here to here to here. There will be a very methodical what path to walk along. So please know that within your time with me, you are going to come out of that knowing what you're doing it, when you're doing it, why you're doing it, and how you are doing it. So there is no need to rush this. Work at your own pace. Now, your Going Places Grand Design members area, here is the URL, http://goingplaces.life. Now, usernames and passwords will be generated by Going Places and emailed to you. They are valid for your 6 months. Now, please keep these private. Please don't share them with anyone else. Please keep the integrity strong within our family. And so you know, all your training material will be uploaded there, and it will be there before you need it. I will not upload everything at the beginning, because that just ends up information overload. And I don't know about you, but I know I have backed off things where there has just been too much to read, too much to learn. It's left me feeling like, wow, how am I going to get through all of this? Well, I'm not going to put you in that place. So each module will be uploaded each week, and the development stages with them. So weekly there will be something new to learn, and primarily the purpose of that is to prevent information overload. We have 3 communication venues. There is the Facebook closed group page. Now on this is for members only. Please don't invite anyone into this group. There is a price to be paid to get access to Going Places Grand Design. A lot of research has gone into it, a lot of time has gone into it. So it's not just for anybody, it's for those who actually want to get somewhere in their business life. So keep it for that, please. Now this is where you'll find your support section, which I talked about earlier. It's where I will post updates of, say for example, training material has been uploaded to our web page, or I might have put together a bonus package, which I'm quite likely to do because I enjoy doing that sort of thing. And of course, progress reports. When somebody is doing really well, we want to congratulate them and celebrate with them over that. Now, just on that, success comes in a lot of different shapes and sizes. Now, I might be successful because I have sat down and written a book, but my granddaughter is successful because she just learnt to write the letter P. Depending on our stage, where we're up to, both of those are extremely successful places to be at. So we want to celebrate people's success in all forms, shapes and sizes. And this, of course, is where we will welcome new members into our community. Now, just on that, when somebody comes into our community, we will post a photo of them taken from their Facebook page and welcome them into the group. Please take the time to welcome them. Please take the time to introduce yourself. You know, I've been in other groups and I have seen, say, for example, 17 views, 17 people have seen that this new person has come in, and only 3 people have welcomed them. Well, let's be a lot kinder than that, okay? Let's really keep our family together, and support is a big deal, especially at this stage in our lives. Now we're going to have 2 chat groups. You know, in Facebook where you have the inbox chatting area and you can invite a group of people to it. I'm going to open up 2 chats. One is for you, well, one is for all of us, and one is for me solely. Now the one for you, I want you to thoroughly enjoy yourself in that one. Have all the talk and chatter and celebrations. If somebody is new, welcome them in. If somebody is having a real success moment, congratulate them in that and share in that success. If somebody has posted something on their page and they need some engagement, go and help them out. If somebody has written, for example, put together a capture page and they want some feedback on it, make sure your comments are all positive. there is a way to give direction without it being negative, so have your positivity hat on, but really enjoy the community engagement in that chat room. The other chat room is just for me and me only to post on. We will all be a part of it, but I do not want you to post in that group. If I post something in that group that you find exciting, enlightening, a thrill to hear, can't wait to sink your teeth into, etc., etc., jump onto the community chat group and talk about it there. But in my chat run, I only want me posting in there. Now, the reason for this is, how many of us have been in a chat room with leaders and the leaders' advice, direction, instruction gets lost amongst the chatter? There's so much community involvement that's actually really easy to miss when the leader, the coach, the mentor, the teacher comes in with some, something really important that everybody needs to hear. I know that's happened to me more than once, and I want to avoid that with us. So that's the reason for that. Now, there are 5 modules for you to grow from in Going Places Grand Design. The first module is called Developing You. The second module is Developing Your Client, your customer. Module 3 is looking at developing your sale. Module 4 is Developing Your Legacy. Module 5 is Developing Your Entrepreneurial Portfolio, and that will grow with you for the rest of your life, I hope. Each module has a number of different stages for you to work through, and each different stage has tasks for you to complete. All of this information will be housed on your Going Places website. In Module 1, Developing You, we have 4 developments, and this is what they cover. Development 1, we're going to look at your interests. What are you interested in? What are you keen on? What holds your attention? We want to look at your skill set. What are you good at? What are you practiced at? Where do your talents lie? We're going to look at your mindset. Where is your thinking at? Are you on the track of thinking, I can do this? I am this in the making. Is your mindset a positive frame of mind? We want to work on your mindset. And then we need to look at your why. Your why is so important. Your why are you here at this time in your life trying to earn an income online with the product or service you are looking at? What is your why? Now, you see my biggest why before. Her name is Puko. She and my children. I want to build a homestead. That's my why. I want to settle down on a wonderful homestead. I have a very strong why. What is your why? There's no right or wrong answer there, of course. Now, development 2, we're going to look at branding yourself. And this is branding yourself, not your product or service, not your business, not your company name, yourself. You see, you might come to a stage where you have grown so much that you have more than one product and more than one product line. You provide more than one service. Your company might expand into a lot of different departments. You might have one company that, say for example, you make shoes, and then suddenly you're so successful at shoes, you want to add socks to it, but you open a different company to sell the socks, just as an example. So what we want to do is not brand a moment in time, we want to brand ourselves, because you are the common factor throughout all of those happenings. So branding is about branding yourself. We also want to look at creating presence, because for people to know you are about, you need to be present. So we want to create your presence. Are you honest? Are you kind? Are you funny? Are you thorough? How are we going to present? How are you going to present you? A lot of fun. Development 3, we're going to look at identifying your niche. And to start with, we're going to look at identifying one niche for you to work on. We are not going to spread you thin at this stage. We're going to have you completely and utterly know that you know what you are doing. And then when you've got all that organized, then perhaps you might want to brand into another niche. But for now, one niche. Now, just so you know, some people pronounce that niche, some people pronounce it niche. It is written as it's spelt there, niche. Now, within that niche, we're going to identify your target audience or audiences, because what you might find is you have one product, but that product could be used by different target audiences. For example, it could be used by a certain cultural group. For example, it might be really suitable for blues players, but not for jazz musicians, for example. Or it might be really good for 17 to 19-year-olds, but also brilliant for 33 to 37-year-olds. So you pitch to your audience at different levels, and so you want to know which audience you're targeting. So we're going to look into that. Really interesting stuff that is. Then we're going to look at your product identification, and we're going to have a huge brainstorming session, all the ideas of what you're interested in, what you're keen to do, what you want to be a part of. Put all them down on what you could make into a product or a service. And then once you find sort of your subject, we're going to look at how we can move from a product to a product run. For example, you might be a fabulous musician. You might just be wonderful musically. Now, your niche might be a part of the music world. This is just as an example. But in your product run, say for example, you play the guitar. Now, you might have access to selling guitars. What do guitars need? Strings. What else do they need? Those little windy up things at the end of the neck. They also need that white thing over there by the circle thing that the strings sit on. Suddenly you've got a guitar, strings, those key things, and that white thing. You have 4 products there. Suddenly you've got a product run. What if you know how to sing a song, how to play a song on a guitar? Well, you've now got theory, you've got practical, finger position, finger stretching exercises, playing by music, playing by ear. You've suddenly got a product run. So we want to look into that. That's exciting. And then of course we want to look at how to create our product and or our service. So say for example you're in the cleaning business and you clean houses for a living. You want to do that for a living. I had a friend who did that. He loved it. Now what equipment are you going to need to provide a quality professional house cleaning service? So we're going to look at creating the product. We're going to look then at creating PowerPoints and how you can show the world what you do via a PowerPoint. Now, what you're watching here is a PowerPoint. So I'm going to show you how to use PowerPoints and then how to present them online. Wonderful thing about PowerPoints is you record it once, and yes, you can have lots of practice runs until you get it the way you want it looking and sounding, and then you only have to make it the once, and then you present that same PowerPoint over and over and over to your different avenues. It's great. And then we want to look at your price bracket. Now, I received some amazing advice from one of my coaches. He said, if you want to earn $1,000, what do you have that's worth $1,000? Now, he didn't say, I've got a pair of shoes for $60 here. He said, how much do you want to earn, and what pair of shoes do you need to sell to get that much? Really great exercise. Great exercise. Now, in Module 2, we're going to look at developing your client, your customer. And in Development 1, we're going to look at Facebook posts, because millions of people are on Facebook daily. So what do we post? When do we post it? We're also going to look at emailing people. You ever think about that? Oh, what would I say? Well, I've got some very clear direction for you on that. We're going to look at what to say and when to say it. I'll give you a little bit of tip here. Not everybody wants to receive an email daily, so you don't have to send an email daily. Enjoy that bit. Now in development 2, we're going to look at capture pages. Now capture pages is where you capture someone's email address, and it might be their name, their phone number, their Skype name, that sort of thing. But a capture page captures their contact details. And you might have heard it as a squeeze page, opt-in page, capture page. What else are they called? There are landing pages, sales pages. I'm going to show you what those are and how to create them. We're going to look at video sales letters, VSLs. Now, a capture page is generally a written document, but a video sales letter is either a PowerPoint or a person talking live, where you get behind a video or recording, and you offer your sound and visual stimulation as opposed to just reading it. They are fantastic. They will make you thousands, if not hundreds of thousands. We're also going to look at an income disclaimer and the need for it. Now, you might offer the world, but you don't promise the world. You will be quite used to income disclaimers, even if you don't know what they are. When somebody offers a product, they offer the best. Like, for example, take somebody trying to get thin. Somebody's presenting an exercise program. Well, they generally put a very skinny female on there or a very muscular male on there, don't they? Normally that's what the pictures are. But you'll see in fine print down the bottom something that says your results depend on your input, or something like that. We don't guarantee that you will make this figure in this amount of time. Results are dependent on your how you put this to use, something to that effect. And you need to have that in there to keep yourself covered, keep you safe. Now, with development 1, we're going to look at emails. With development 3, we're going to look at email autoresponders. So in development 1, we'll look at what to write, and then in development 3, I'm going to introduce you to what is called an email autoresponder. And an email auto, they're brilliant. They're just the best things out. Gosh, you type your email in there once, you program it and tell it when you want that email to be sent, and then that's it. It just runs itself automatically. Now, you can get expensive ones, or you can get relatively inexpensive ones. Depending on your need and depending on your price bracket, we're going to look at that. In development 4, we're going to look at Facebook ads, how to find a custom audience, how to target people, how much to pay, how to set it up, those sorts of things. We're going to look at Facebook ads. Now, module 3 is developing your sale. And in this, we are going to look at how to present your webinar online publicly, which service provider to use, how to set it up, whether to be live or pre-recorded, how to automate it, those sorts of things. In development 2, we're going to, high ticket offers generally have an application form. Lots and lots of companies have a survey form. So we're going to look at where we can create those and how those work, and also what to say on the Skype call, the follow-up call. Once somebody has submitted their application form, it is a good idea to Skype them, what to say on your Skype call. A merchant account, development 3. A merchant account is, now, have you ever been online and you've gone to purchase something and it says enter your credit card details here? Well, that person is using a merchant account to capture your credit card details. So we're going to look at how you can get yourself one, how you can set that up. PayPal is one. You're possibly quite aware of PayPal. PayPal can offer you a merchant account. And we're also going to have a look at your refund policy, whether you want one, and if you do want one, over what period of time you might like to offer a refund, and what the conditions are of the product before you are prepared to offer that refund. In Module 4, we're going to look at developing your legacy. We're going to look at developing pre-made products, and this is really important, that before you offer something, except when you are developing an already strong entrepreneurial portfolio, that you offer only what you already have your hands on, either what you have pre-made, or if you are sourcing something from somebody else, for example drop shipping, that you have the processes all in place, you're fully communicating with the source, that you just have everything on tap, so that when somebody comes in and they buys off you, they are not left waiting, they are not given the wrong color item or the wrong size item, they are not put on hold, they are not delivered half a package and then suddenly nothing more is available. Just make sure you are all, it's about having integrity. People without it lose sales and go out of business. And we're also in development 2 going to look at communication portals. How can you keep the communication alive? Module 5, our last module, is looking at developing your entrepreneurial portfolio. Now in development 1, we're going to look at funnels. Now funnel is a 21st century way of saying your marketing campaign. It's taking an idea, pitching it to somebody, getting them involved, selling them on the idea, and getting their money from them, taking their money and delivering the product, and being aware that you need to organise refunds if that is applicable. So a funnel is that entire process. It's the marketing run. And I'm going to show you some, I don't know, at least 5 I think we've got in our package for you. 5 different sorts of funnels that you might use to market your ideas. In development 2, we're going to look at traffic. Now traffic is the 21st century way of saying customer. Where do you find your customers? How do you talk to your customers? How do you get hold of them? How do you get seen by them? So we're going to look at customers, our traffic. We're going to look at what I call stocking your cellar. Now, having your cellar stocked is about having everything you need on tap when you need it. This is about you having everything ready so that when you need it, you can just call it up and there it is there for you. Now, some examples of this might be you have templates on hand. Some examples might be your internet bill is paid. Some might be you are in contact with the delivery service and they are absolutely ready and waiting to take your business on board. That sort of thing. Keep your cellar well stocked. And development 4, automating it all. Putting as much of this as we can on automatic drive, where you just enter it in once and then you let it run itself. Just that's where we want to be, my friend. Now each of these development stages has task sheets. Let me be quite clear, high achievers have remarkable clarity. They know what they want, they know when they want it, they know why they want it. They are absolutely focused. Clarity brings purpose, and purpose brings clarity. So each development stage has a task sheet associated with it. Having been through the training, your task sheets are to encourage you to think through how you might put those training sessions into action. Use them to complement your brainstorming sessions. So your task sheet, you don't have to send this to me. This is for you. This is your collation of your business ideas and your growth, your personal growth and your business nous that you are developing. And I've put together some task sheets for you that I hope serve you really well They will focus you, and yeah, I guess they will really focus you. They will allow you to think out and talk out with yourself, just to nut things out. They're quite brilliant, I think. So here's something. When brainstorming on your whiteboard or your chalk and concrete, take photos of your work and file it. Now, my granddaughter and I, she wanted to be outside playing, and of course I want to be with her. So we're outside and we're drawing on the concrete with chalk, and it suddenly hit me like a ton of bricks. While she's drawing her dolphins and unicorns and whatever she's playing with, I can be using the time to mastermind. So she's got her chalk drawing pictures, and I've got my chalk, and I'm brainstorming. I've got an idea, and I start brainstorming all over the concrete about who it could be for, and how I could do it, and how could this be developed, and what do I need. And I ended up with quite a wonderful piece of work. So I took a photo of it, because otherwise the rain's going to wash it away. Took a photo of it, stored it on my file. Great way of doing things. Here's another tidbit. If you don't have a whiteboard, windows work really well. Whiteboard pen just wipes off windows. Now, when you've either taken your photo or you've your task sheet printed out, and or the task sheet particularly, keep it in a clear file. That means you'll be able to just flip through the pages and see where you were, where you are, where your thinking's at. It will be great reminders of what to do, what your next step is. Really good stuff. Now, it will depend on your learning style whether you fill in your task sheet on your computer before you print it out, or whether you handwrite after you've printed it out. If you handwrite, again, take a photo of it and file the photo. Now, doing it this way, you're going to be able to see the process in its entirety. You're going to have it all there laid out in front of you. You're going to be able to see the holes and fix them. See the holes and fill them. See the mistakes and fix them. You're going to be able to follow your own growth. You're going to be able to have something to pass on to the next person. You're going to be able to have something to pass on to your children. A person who enjoys what they are doing makes good progress. So through this is why we identified your interests at the start. Enjoy what you're doing. Enjoy this. This is fun. This is you developing your greatness, what you are so clever at, and developing that, and then sharing that with the world. What a gift. What a gift. What a gift to yourself. What a gift to your family. What a gift to the community. Enjoy yourself. I truly look forward to cheering you on every step of the way. Going places, grand design, making my way, your way, making my way in the world.